this is the breakdown right here with Serene Art. So on this breakdown, what I simply do is to let my subscribers send me sample designs that they would like to see tutorials on. They send it to me via Instagram at SereneArts_GH. Alright, so once they send it to me, I get to design exact thing for them, break it down step by step, how they can also come up with the same or a similar design just like the one that is sent to me. So if that's what you want to do, you can also reach out to me on Instagram at SereneArts_GH and send me your design sample requests that you would like to see tutorials on. So on today's episode, we have this sample design from one of my subscribers and we are going to break it down. Hey, this is Gosu here from Serene Arts. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel and become part of this family. And if you're old over here, thank you so much for coming back. Alright, so let's jump into this tutorial right away. Okay, so the first thing that we actually need to do is to get the design sample over here so that we get to watch it from time to time so that we do the exact thing. Now I'm just going to import the design right away, so let me do that quickly right now. So we got a design right here. All right, this is a design that we'll be working on. So the first thing that we need to do is to design the main flyer, which is the rectangular one, before we put it on a square size shape. So we first of all have to change the background size or the size of our working area to a certain ratio that's going to be 1240 by 460. So let's go to image size and change it. So 1240. Then we come to the second size, that's the height. The height is going to be 460 and we tap on done. So this is going to be our working size. All right, this is going to be the size of our working space that we'll use throughout. So let's go ahead and change the background of our working area. Probably we are going to change it to white because that of the main flyer is having white background. Now once we change it to white, we first of all, we have to proceed with the background design for the main flyer. So how do we design the background? Now if you look at this, I think let me just increase the size of it so that you get to see it clearly. All right, now if you look at it at the far right, you will see that some shapes have been drawn over there. Now how do we draw that shape? Okay, so that's what we are going to do right away. Now to draw that shape, we go to the draw tool, we pick our draw tool, the pen size we make it 1, then increase the smoothness to 100% and tap on fill inside. Now when you tap on fill inside, it means everything that you are going to do over there is going to be filled inside, like it will be covered. It will not be like an empty space, but it will be covered with a selected color that you are using. So preferably I'll go with this kind of dark brown over here. So once I select it, I'll just have to use my finger. All right, since you're using mobile phone, you just have to use one of your fingers to actually draw these kind of shapes on your working space. So let's do that quickly and see how best we can get this. So if you've drawn something and you don't like it, just tap on the back arrow like this and you get it cleaned up. Then you can't be able to do it again until you get it perfect. I hope you're following that. So we are back and let's activate the flyer that we are coming to break down. So we go back to the draw, make the pen size 1, increase this one to 100 and enable fill inside. Once that is enabled, now let's draw from where we've started or where we've marked where the demarcation is. Okay, so we draw from here. So let's just go ahead and change the color to this dark brown. So right now I just have to draw the second shape quickly right here. So just follow me carefully through this. So having drawn a second shape like this, I will just have to tap on a check mark and come and increase the size of it a bit. That's if I want, okay? And I'll just leave it here like this, right? So I can go ahead and lock it so that I don't get myself distracted along the line, okay? So we are working on the background currently, okay? So we have to draw another shape at the top left corner here. So let's go grab the draw tool, make the pen size 1, increase this one to 100, then fill inside. Now we are going to select this dark background first and draw it this way. It starts from the end here, draw it this way. Then we get our shape like that. Now we tap on a check mark and increase the size a bit, then push it at the corner here. You can make a duplicate of the same shape and change the color of it to this one, then push it up a bit like this, okay? You can push it up like this just to get a shape done at the corner there. Then once you are done with that, the next thing for you to do is to go ahead and input the dots at the other side. So you go to text, you input dots just like this. You can make a copy of it, select all, copy and paste. All right, so you just have to push it like this, then go to color, change the color to white. Once you change the color to white, you reduce the size a bit and also reduce the spacing within them. So you go to line spacing, all right, this one, then reduce the space a bit. Once you are okay with it, you can leave it, but right now we have to delete some of the dots, okay, till we get a perfect one. So we just have to delete so we are okay. So 2 dots remaining to be deleted, 1, 2, and we are good to go. So that is it about designing the background. Now after the background, what do we do next? Okay, we just bring in the image. We may not use the same image but a similar image. So let me hide this quickly and bring in the image that I got here. So I'll go to the plus icon, go to from gallery, then pick up the image that I got. So I'll just have to reduce the size of the image a little bit and get it fixed right here. Okay, I think this is pretty much cool. I'll just have to lock this particular layer. Now we can go back and have a view of our main flyer. All right, so at a view of the flyer, what we have to do next is to put in the text, that's collection, winter sale, shop now, and the rest. Okay, so let me hide the layer and go to my text, input collection. So collection, so I have this particular font that I'm going to use, that's Christmas wish. So let me just check it up and see if it's right here. Okay, so Christmas wish calligraphy. So I'll have to increase the size of this particular font. All right, just have to increase the size of it a bit so that it gets to fit perfect into exactly what we are doing right here. And having increased the size, I'll probably have to increase the left padding and the right padding like this, okay, and push it back. Then change the color. All right, change the color of it. So if you look at our design that we are working with, the color is black and light green. Okay, the color is black and light green for the text. So we are going to add a shadow. So we go to shadow and change it to this kind of light green. Then reduce the blur radius to 1 and increase the offset, the x and the y axis a little bit. Okay, so the blur radius is 0 and you are good to go. Now, having done it like this, the next thing to do is to bring in the other text, which is like winter sale and shop now. All right, winter sale and shop now, those are the remaining tests that we need to bring in before the percentage discount. All right, so winter sale, so we go to winter, we tap OK, we go to font and select any font that will be good to help. So I'll choose Poppins bold, okay, and I'll increase the size just a little bit. Having increased the size, I will have to bring it right here and use gradient effect for it. So I'll select this particular gradient, and having selected the gradients, I'll go with the shadow. So let me go to the shadow, enable the shadow, probably the black, increase the blur radius to, let's say, 1, and adjust it this way. So you adjust the offset x and y axis. That's important to do. Okay, you move it to the positive side a little bit, just like this one, and you are good to go. So let me just increase the size of the image a little bit. All right, now we got this over here. The next thing for us to do is to input the text, which is sale. Okay, winter collection, winter sale. So sale, and I'm going to use one other font. I think it should be right here. Okay, this one. So I'll increase the size of this one to a little bit, just to make sure that we are pretty much on point. Let's go back to the image and have a look at it once again. So winter sale, then we go to shop now. The sale is in black color, so let's put inside black, then we break it down here. I prefer we increase the size a little bit more. 52 is okay. Now our next test is shop now. Shop now. With shop now, we are not going to use any other test. We're just going to use the same default font. Font. Okay, so we change the color to white and we go to style, make it bold. All right, then we reduce the size of it a bit. That's if you want, but if you don't want to reduce the size, you can leave it at a 40. Okay, maybe along the line we will even increase the size of it. So just watch me as I take you through step by step. Okay, so having changed the color to white, let's add a background to it, probably a black background. So let's select black over here and bring it down here to see exactly what we are doing. We increase the left padding and the right padding to, let's say, 20. Okay, 22, it's okay. so we just have to maintain it like this. 22, okay, 22, 23, that's not bad. Now having done it like that, the next thing for you to go to radius, increase the radius of it. Okay, then you can go ahead and reduce the size of the text, that's if you want. Okay, and place it just right here like this. Now what you want to do next is to input 2 cycles. All right, so we go to shape, bring this one inside. Okay, then we change the color of it, but before we change the color, just have a look at this. All right, you have to change the size and say if it is suitable here. Okay, so let's go and have a look at the one we are replicating. So the one we are replicating is having the blue one down and the black one at the top. So sorry, I mean it's having the orange one down and the black one at the top. So let's do that quickly. We have the orange one are down already, so let's make a copy and change the color to black. So let's select black quickly. So with the black selected, we just have to bring it down here and put it on top of this one. That is pretty much easy, right? Having put it on like that, the next thing is to enter our text, which is up to 50% off. So I'm first of all going to write like 50% off. All right, 50% off. So I'm going to use this particular font that we used earlier on right away. I think it's right here. Let me grab it. Yeah, I'm going to use this font. So I'll change the color to white. So I got my 50% discount over there. I just have to push it up a little bit and I'm good to go. So the next thing for me to do is to enter up to at the top, up to, because on the main flyer we have it over there. So we're just doing everything the same. Okay, so we just have to reduce the size a bit and bring the text right there. Go to style, make the text a little bit bold, then change the color to kind of ash bar, this type, then push it right here like this. You can go ahead and reduce the size of the text, that's if you want. Okay, and leave it right there. So at this point, let's have a look at the main flyer again and see. So this is what we are having now. What you need to do is to probably input the contacts, the location, and a website, that is if they are having one. So watch me as I do that quickly. So I'm going to import a shape, a circle for that matter, change the color to black, reduce the size like this, tap on check mark, bring the shape down like this, push it to the other side just like this, then make a duplicate of this, push it to the other side, bring it down. All right, make a duplicate again, do the same thing again and again. So it's all about repeating the process. Now having done that, the next thing for you to do is to input your social media icons or whichever icon that the person wants to use. So in this one, I'm just going to use one icon because I want the tutorial not to keep long. Okay, so I'm going to use V, which stands for phone icon. All right, based on the kind of font that I'm using, I'll just have to go to my phone, search for icons. Then I'll get this font here, which will give me the phone icon directly, and I'll change the color to white. Okay, I'll change the color to white, reduce the size of it, then bring it down here. Push it to be on the black icon or the black shape we've inserted, to be in the middle of it. Perfect. Okay, so once you push it over there, you will just have to go ahead and input your social media icon, your social media handle, maybe your phone number, your website, and your location. All right, I will not put them over here right now because I don't want the tutorial to keep long. I want it to keep short. And at the top here, you can put your logo over there, that's if you have one. So this is how the thing is going to look like. Now, having done it like this, just go ahead and save it. Okay, save it. Once you are done saving it to gallery successfully, then you come back to this. You come back to the default size, then you can change the background color at this point, okay, to any color that you want. Now, if you look at what we were having, okay, if you look at what we were having right here, let me pick it up quickly from my gallery. If you look at what we are having over here, we have this kind of two colors. All right, these two colors. So we can just go ahead and do the same thing. You can just come to shapes. All right, input shape, two simple shapes like this. Change the color of the shape, then make a copy of it again and change the color of it again as well. Tap the plus icon to pick the exact color here and you are good to go. So this is what we'll be having right here. Now, having got it like that, we just have to import the shape or the flyer we just did right now, put it here at the middle, right? And just like the previous video on the channel where we add a shadow to this kind of designs, you import a new shape, make sure it is smaller than your main design, make it black, increase the stroke and increase the blur radius, then send it to back. So probably it should be on top of these two. Then reduce the opacity of your flyer or of the shape that you just inserted. All right, okay, if you're okay with the opacity like this, you can leave it. Then you go ahead and save your work. So it is pretty much that way. Alright, so if you enjoyed this tutorial, please don't forget to give this video a like and also subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more updated videos on this channel. This is 𝑔𝑗𝑻𝑧 here and I hope to see you in the next one. Bless up.